Michael, thank you. Oh,
Here we are. Welcome, welcome. Some tech angels assisted us to
just
come.
calling him in.
We're just calling them in. So, sisters, live or on the replay, I am excited to introduce to you one of my dear friends, clients, entrepreneurial sister, Rachel Cooley, angel mentor and angel therapy practitioner, who is here with us today. Welcome, Angel. Welcome, Rachel.
Yes, a lot of people call me Angel. Thank you, Maria. I'm so grateful to be here with you today, and what a joy.
Yes, and we're going to talk about how we can call in the angels to support us in our lives, on our purpose path, as we are awakening to more and more of who we are, and also in our healing gifts and in our businesses.
Yes.
First of all, I want to let you know a little bit more about Rachel in case you haven't met her before. Rachel Cooley is the founder of Divine Guidance with Rachel Cooley. As I said, angel therapy practitioner and angel mentor and angelic guidance mentor, certification trainer. So you can actually train with her to have your certification and become an angelic guidance mentor tool. And she has she's entering her 24th year.
25th, actually.
25th, yes, you have completed 24 years.
Yes.
As an inspiring and guiding women to reconnect with their divine guidance and angelic support. And one of the things that Rachel does is that she reminds us how we can open and receive the blessings that are our divine birthright. And Rachel's mission is to help women to step into their divine purpose and live fully resourced in a miraculous life, in fulfillment, living on purpose. So we have a lot of in common, Rachel, although I don't work specifically with the angels. The angels are very near and dear to my heart too. So where do we begin in this exciting topic? Why don't you let us know how it was when you first awakened to the angels' presence and their support in your life?
That's a great way to start. Way back. Yes, I would love to start that way, Maria, because it's it's such a powerful story. So really what happened was my mother introduced me to spirituality in my late teens and early 20s. And I had an interesting theme happening where spiritual friends of mine that I developed over those years that I was getting into spirituality and attending spiritual talks and classes, that they were gifting me with angel books. And I also was gifted my first deck of angel cards right around the time I graduated from college. So it was interesting. And so I didn't go fully on my path then, but there was this angelic theme happening. And in 1998, I had an experience that I'd like to share my story with you and everyone, all our Heart Song sisters watching and anyone else watching later, where I was driving with my mom and I had an experience of my angels saving my life and my mom's life. The brief version is we were driving and it was winter and I was suddenly driving on black ice. And all of a sudden, Maria, I lost control of my car. And in my sheer panic, I did what you're not supposed to do. And I braked. That was my intuitive reaction, brake. And then I had this calm feeling come over me. Time totally slowed down. And I heard an angelic female, powerful voice in my left ear. And she said, "Get your foot off the brake." And I thought in my mind, with time totally slowed down, what? Calm feeling again, get your foot off the brake. So I took my foot off the brake. I was 2 lanes over to the left. And I feel that she helped me to steer as well. But without bumping or hitting another car, we got over 2 lanes over and I landed on the side of the road in a snowbank. It was a miraculous life-saving event. At the time, I didn't think that was my angel, but very soon thereafter, the angelic theme just continued. And I started reading an angel book that was recommended by a friend. And then I started attending a workshop where the author was speaking. And then the next thing you knew, I just followed my divine guidance at all the open doors, and I was certified that same year. And that was back in 1999.
Wow.
So that's how I started. And really, it was an awakening, Maria. It was an awakening to this new way of life and living with my angels by my side.
Wow. A powerful start to connect with the angels, them saving your life and your mom's life like that. So,
oh my gosh, so powerful. In
the beginning, when you started to educate yourself, and how did you go about, communicating with them and inviting them into your life?
Great question. So I immediately, when I first learned about the angels, and I learned in one of my first the classes that I took, that I could ask them for help with anything. But in particular, I was really desiring support in relieving my fears, stress, and worries. And so that was really the first ways that I was asking my angels to help me specifically, was helping me to, learning to call upon them and confidently to do that. And to know that they could help me to release my fear, stress, and worries, in particular, working with my breath. Work with breath is a really powerful way of working with the angels. And so I started asking them, angels, please take this fear and worry from me. And I learned to literally hand them over to them. And I have to tell you, Maria, that was incredibly life-changing for me. And I also learned there's no limit to how often you can ask for their help. Including with relieving me of my fears, stress, and worries, or any of us. And it really was miraculous. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about helping, in particular, women, spiritual women, healers, light workers, intuitives, rising leaders to have this amazing team of the angelic realm to support them in their lives. And I come from the perspective of very non-denominational. I know the angels are here with us no matter what religion or spiritual path we're on. It's very powerful, Maria.
So that's the thing, right? We need to ask them. Can
Yes.
you speak a little bit more about that? Because
I will.
That's a huge key, right?
It is a huge key. Yes. And it's a preview as well to my work with the angels. Yes. Our permission is essential because we have free will. And because we have free will, the angels, the divine, I believe all divine ones, including the ascended masters, our guides, goddesses, etc., they respect our free will choices. And so we need to give them that permission to help us. And there is an exception, such as the experience I just shared about, where I was driving in the car. I wasn't literally asking for help in that moment because I was so panicked. But if it's not our time, to transition, right, they will help us. They will intervene. And it's amazing. There's incredible stories out there all over the world of angels saving people in miraculous ways. But it's powerful that we have the power of choice.
Yes. So in this group, many women are, when they come into this group and I ask them, what do you need support with the most? The majority of them say that they doubt themselves. And that they might also compare themselves. Brilliant women, coaches, healers, creatives. What would you say, how could they benefit from bringing in the angels when it comes to self-doubts and insecurities and comparison?
Great question. So I feel that the angels are so amazing to call upon to help us to relieve us from self-doubt and fears and worries and comparison. Because, well, one, through our power of choice, through asking them, inviting them to support us, for them to help us to see these doubts in a different way, to turn them into blessings, and also to relieve us from that anxiety and like overwhelm feeling that can come over when we're having self-doubt, and also resistance to taking action which can include and does include for so many of us, especially of us as spiritual, soulful entrepreneurs, being more visible.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's a big piece too, around overcoming that self-doubt so that you can feel more confident in being more visible. And they can support us in so many ways, Maria, including helping us to have more courage and confidence, help us to let go and relieve us from the fear, stress, and worry so we can have more courage and confidence. In fact, that's a big theme of the series that in a little bit in the interview, we'll be sharing about, to help women have more confidence and step forward in with their healing gifts.
So you said the fear of being visible. That's a very common theme. That's something that I have been struggling with on and off. And I know you have a powerful story around your fear of stepping up and be visible. Now I see you going live and sharing your gifts all over the place. So I guess you're not afraid anymore. But what was it that happened that made you so scared?
So what made me so scared in particular, there was a particular situation I recently shared with Maria, where many years ago, I had a really basic website. And what happened was I was going to be improving my website. I met a woman at a networking event, and we started collaborating together, and she was helping me to improve my website. And when she was working on the website and when she was getting close to publishing the updated version of my website, I had, Maria and sisters, everyone, overwhelming fears, life or death type fear, debilitating fears about having my website published and for me to become more visible in in my spiritual gifts, in my angel work. And I really feel that the origin of these intense fears, because it was like beyond the situation level fear, that I was tapping into ancestral trauma fears, in particular from my mother's side, which is my Armenian side, where my grandmother and her sisters and her parents survived the Armenian genocide, but they went through beyond horrific experiences, including sadly 3 of the brothers being killed simply for being young Armenian men. And so they had that intense, fearful experience and they escaped. They all eventually came to the United States, but that was passed on right through the lineage to my mom and to me around that ultimately that there was a fear level of the world isn't safe and you need to be hidden, right, to be safe. I think it also potentially most likely is tapped into other past lives where I had been a healer, right? Where it wasn't safe to be a healer. So these fears all overcame me. And I remember being outside of my house, talking to this woman on the phone and pacing. And I was like having almost like a panic attack. And I was like, just don't publish it. I know I paid you, but just don't publish it. It's not time. So that's one of my big stories about that fear that overcame me, which I've since processed and gotten through, and earth angels have come to me in perfect divine timing. That was many years ago. But that is an example of that fear that could come up. So I'm wondering, whoever's watching now or later, if they can relate to what we're talking about.
Yeah, let us know in the chat if you have had that fear of visibility, and maybe also a fear that feels and seems bigger than what it should be.
Yes.
Then it can be something that is ancestral or also collective fears. We are purging so much in these times, and many of us are also picking up on those collective fears, and we might also have decided to clear some of it. And then the angels can help us.
Yes, the angels can help us with our permission and with a guidance, like such as myself, or, like to learn how to work with this incredible realm that really can bring in incredible miracles and blessings with our permission to help us in so many ways, Maria. It's really incredible.
So can you tell us a little bit more about your work as an angel mentor and angel therapy practitioner?
Yes.
What do you teach the women that come to you?
Yes. So the women that I work with are in I have 2 angel programs. So they work with me in particular through that. I also have one-on-one clients. But I work with the women with the angels in many different ways. One of them is helping them to tap into the blessings, the incredible divine birthright blessings that are our birthright, as us being our unique selves, and that we are resourced, that we are able to tap into blessings and resources beyond really what we can imagine when we tap into this realm, or whatever. Ultimately, it's what divine realm you feel resonant with. Of course, I'm very resonant with this angelic realm, but I help them to tap into their birthright blessings, also to learn ways to relieve their fear, stress, and worries when they come up. Right? So that's a big part of it too, to learn how to become more grounded and centered and more confident in themselves and in their gifts, their healing gifts, in particular in my angelic guidance mentor training, and also to help them, Maria, to tap into their divine guidance. How are they uniquely getting their messages so that they can make clearer and more confident decisions? They can learn how to receive the messages, how to interpret them, as well as angel signs, which are a beautiful way to get angel messages as well. And there's a lot more to that, in particular in my mentor program, where they learn to angel readings and do angel healings, etc. It's powerful.
Beautiful. So how can the angels support us in our businesses?
Yes, great question. They can support us in our businesses in so many ways. One is they can support us by us, of course, the theme of saying, please help me. They can help us with us being more confident, in becoming more visible. They can help us when like overwhelm or fears happen, because as soulpreneurs, as women entrepreneurs, it can be overwhelming at times with all the different things, in particular when we're, launching a program, quote unquote, we are birthing a program into the world. And they can help us as well to tap into and to be guided also by the perfect earth angels, such as you, Maria. You're an earth angel to me in my life. And I know that we've met for a divine purpose for both of us.
Yes.
Right. So they can help us in finding the most amazing people to support us with our businesses and with our hearts as well, with our emotions. It's really incredible. And to get those divinely inspired ideas to help us in our business, such as when we're writing copy.
Yeah.
Or creating a program. Angels, please guide me. What will serve my clients the most?
So you are offering a free 4-day training.
Yes.
And you're launching your year-long program now also?
I'm launching, it's an angelic guidance mentor program, and that is a 9-month program.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how are the angels supporting you right now?
Oh, great question. They are supporting me with helping me to stay grounded, helping me when I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed, because I'm right in the process, because the series starts next week. Stress, they're helping me to relieve those fears, stress, and worries, and also to call in. And as you've taught us, Maria, right, in your program, like to also, with the angels, I'm also tapping into my divine masculine and feminine and the balance of that, and calling in. They're reminding me now, especially as I'm talking to you, you can ask us to call in all the right and perfect people to join you, all the right and perfect women to join you for your series next week. There's so many ways that they can help us, and then that they're helping me through this time as well. And and also with divine timing, things falling into place perfectly.
So we don't have to push an effort when we have the angels by our side.
Very good point.
We have them by our side at all times, but of course we need to make that choice and invite them in and ask them.
Exactly. It's powerful. And they gladly always help us, Maria. That's another thing I want to talk about briefly, is that like, such as if you want to call upon the archangels, like you pulled a card right before we went live when we got Archangel Gabriel, which is powerful. And that the angels have no time and space restrictions. So a little note and a little preview for next week is you can ask for the help, and you're not going to take them away from anyone else, because they are timeless, no time and space restrictions. So we can ask away whenever we like, and we're not taking them away or from anyone else or bothering them, quote unquote. They are lovingly here to support us in our lives and to help to bring more peace to earth, one person at a time, especially at this time of powerful awakening of so many souls.
Yeah. And let's
Yes.
touch briefly on that too.
Yeah,
We are living in powerful times, challenging times.
we are.
And for many people it can seem like everything is getting worse, which that is not my take on it.
Yes.
But how, um, what would you say, um, has the importance of this divine support increased? Is it even more important now, in these challenging times, that we actually call on that angelic support?
That's a great question. I feel that it's very timely now, like because things are intensifying on so many levels on our planet right now. Societally, the earth is changing and transforming. And then I feel that because in the collective there's fear and there's energy of uncertainty. So I feel it's especially timely right now to learn about this incredible realm if you don't already know about them, and learn that you can call upon them, invite them to help you and support you, and also any other additional divine ones that you love to work with. If you're already working with a particular ascended master or guide, you can add the angels in as well if you'd like. It's powerful. Or the angels alone, they are indeed the messengers of God. They're here to help us in our lives in all ways, and it's very powerful to receive a support, especially at this time of intensity in our world.
Yeah. So next week you offer a free series, and I highly recommend those of you who feel this spark of interest, or maybe you already are, interested into angels. You can always learn more from Rachel. She's a wealth of wisdom and knowledge and inspiration. Let us know a little bit more about this free series that you are offering next week.
Thank you, Maria. It is called The 3 Angelic Keys to Confidently Embrace and Share Your Healing Gifts. And it's a free 4-day divine quantum leap experience for women that are spiritual women, who are rising leaders, emerging healers, light workers, intuitives, or those that are already established and they want to connect more with this incredible realm of angels. And it starts next week on Monday, on October 9th, and through Thursday the 12th. And it's going to be from noon Pacific to 1:30 Pacific Standard Time. And we have the link here, which we'll be getting to you here in Maria's Heart Song Sisterhood. So you can join us. And I'd love to give a brief preview of our 4 days together. Does that sound good, Maria?
Absolutely. Let's
Yay. So over our 4 days together with the angels, dear women, you will learn the keys to, on day 1, to develop deep trust in your gifts and your path. Day 2, you will receive clear divine guidance and learn how to make more confident decisions and choices from this place of receiving clear divine guidance. On day 3, you'll activate your amazing, powerful birthright blessings to be fully resourced on your journey, so that you can feel that activation and that have the amazing, abundant resources available and supplied for you, and to be more open to receiving them. And on the 4th day, the theme is step onto your divinely supported path with the angels, to feel them by your side, their wings surrounding you as you move forward more confidently with your amazing healing gifts, and to bring them to the world that is so in need of our gifts now. And we'll also have a guidebook in the series. We'll have angelic support prizes worth up to $997. And you'll also be receiving loving support with our beautiful angel sisterhood and with other like-minded and heartfelt women. It's going to be powerful. I'm looking forward to it. And I really invite you, sisters, to join us for this powerful series. And love to have you join us, Maria, too, if the timing works well for you in Sweden.
Yes, I will definitely jump. If I can't join live, I will jump in on the replay.
Sounds great.
It's always so beautiful to be with you and the angels. So if you have any angelic questions for Rachel,
Yes.
Please share them in the chat. Maybe you also have a story of how you receive support from the angels. Please
Yes,
share
we'd
those
love to
with
hear
us
that.
too. We would love to hear them. And then I'm just calling in all the angels to support you on your 4-day beautiful masterclass series, Rachel. It was so lovely to have you with us. Best of luck.
Thank you so much, dear Maria. And thank you so much for all that you bring to us in your Heart Song Sisterhood and in all the work that you do. And I'm just so grateful to have you, dear sister, as my soul sister, friend, and also to have been in your program as well, Graceful Leadership. It's really made big shifts for me in my life. And I'm so grateful to you, sister.
Oh, thank you.
Such a blessing.
It's so mutual. So we will send all of you live and on the replay so much love, and see you next time.
See you next time, dear ones. Bye for now.